Today, we're going to tackle a really big idea. How do we build actual wisdom, not just pile up knowledge? We're going to start by looking at a critique of modern education, and then you'll see how this huge concept connects to something super practical and, well, everyday, your credit report.
So let's just dive right in with this really powerful idea, one that kind of gets to the heart of what we're talking about. I mean, we see this all around us, don't we? Really smart people making choices that just cause chaos and pain for themselves and for everyone else.
So, what's the alternative then? This is the big question for today's explainer. What if the whole point of learning wasn't just to be clever, but to be whole? To actually build integrity and peace in our own lives and, in our communities too.
See, the issue, as our source material lays it out, is that just knowing stuff isn't enough. When you separate your intellect from some kind of moral or spiritual foundation, well, that can lead you down a pretty destructive road. And this really gets to the core of it. Our systems, a lot of the time, are amazing at producing clever people, but they can totally miss the mark on forming good and wise ones. It's that gap, the space between knowing what's right and actually doing it, that causes so many problems.
All right, so what's the solution on the table? Well, it's an approach that refuses to separate learning from living. It's an education that's all about intentionally weaving together faith, morality, and academics to build what it calls true wisdom. And right here is the bedrock for this whole approach. This quote from the book of Romans, it's presented as more than just a spiritual thought. It's like a practical blueprint for how to live. It's saying there are two basic ways of thinking, and they lead to totally different places. Okay, so here's that contrast laid out plain and simple. On one side, you have a mind that's mostly focused on, immediate earthly stuff. This philosophy argues that path ultimately leads to destructive outcomes. But the other path, a mind that's aimed at a spiritual foundation, well, that's the one that's said to lead to life and peace. And the choice between these two, it's framed as the most important decision you can ever make.
So I know what you're thinking. How does this high-level philosophy stuff actually connect to my daily life? Well, let's bring this right down to earth with something incredibly practical, a credit report. The source material uses this fantastic analogy, asking us to think of our credit report as our financial game tape.
We tend to think of a credit report as something for the banks, right? Some kind of judgment on our past. But let's just flip that script entirely. From this point of view, it's a tool for us. It's basically a mirror, showing us exactly where we stand and where we have room to grow.
Just think about how a great athlete gets better. They don't just keep playing the game on repeat. Nope. The real magic happens after the game, when they sit down, watch that tape, and analyze every single move, the good, the bad, all of it, so they can build a better strategy for next time.
And here it is, the perfect parallel for our money. Managing your finances, that's the game. Pulling up your credit report, that's watching the tape. The goal isn't just about getting a higher score, it's about the wisdom and the discipline that you build from that honest process of review. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. What does reviewing this game tape actually look like? How does it spark real change in our habits and even our character?
All right, here's a classic scenario. You pull up your report and yikes, it's not perfect. You see a pattern of late payments. The tape doesn't lie.
But seeing the mistake, that's just step one. The real growth, the wisdom, comes from how you respond. Instead of just feeling bad about it, you take action. You set up reminders. You build a new habit. This is literally how character gets built, by practicing faithfulness in what seem like the little things.
Or hey, maybe you find something you completely spaced on, an old bill from a couple of years ago, just sitting there, unresolved. It's an honest mistake from your past.
And once again, it's the action that counts. You take ownership, you pay it off. That one simple act of responsibility builds a new kind of mindfulness for the future. You are literally learning from your own tape.
Now, the game tape isn't just about pointing out your fumbles. It also highlights your wins. You might look at your report and see a really strong, consistent history of responsibility. And that confirmation, seeing your diligence in black and white, that gives you confidence. It shows you that your good habits have real-world payoffs, opening doors to better opportunities and proving that trust is something you earn through consistency.
Okay, so let's zoom back out and connect this really practical habit back to that higher purpose we started with. This whole process, it's about so much more than a better interest rate. It's about something way deeper.
From this perspective, your credit report totally transforms. It's no longer just a list of numbers. It becomes a measure of your stewardship, a direct reflection of how you handle the resources you've been given.
And this verse just captures the core spiritual principle perfectly. The idea is that by being faithful with our finances, these few things, we're actually proving we can handle greater responsibility. We're building a real-life track record of trustworthiness.
So, let's bring all this home. We started with a huge idea about what education should be, and we ended up looking at the fine print on a credit report. The link between them is incredibly powerful.
And this is what it all boils down to. A truly great education doesn't just stuff your head with facts. It actually forms your character. It connects what you know about money or anything else with the person you are actively becoming, guiding you toward a life of real integrity and peace.
And so we'll end with this question. Just imagine for a second a world where every single subject, from math to science to history, was taught not just for the sake of knowledge, but for the sake of wisdom. What kind of people would we become? What kind of world would we build together? Definitely something to think about.